Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my dermoid cyst and how I found out I had a dermoid cyst. And yeah, so this will probably go in a baby video, so just stay tuned for the next baby video and I'll do a little baby update at the end. I'm going to try to make this super quick and easy just because if you are a new mother and you do find out that you have a dermoid cyst on your ovary, this can be helpful for you. Don't be worried about it. Don't be scared. At first I was terrified, but now I've come to realize that my faith is stronger than ever and God will protect me and my little baby during this time, and I'll have me a healthy little baby. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first things first, when I first went in for the ultrasound, initially she told me that I was having twins, and one of them looked kind of, I guess you could say, like weird, and I was like, am I having, like, is one pregnancy good and one pregnancy bad? And I was kind of like looking like, whoa, that looks not right. And then she was like, hold on, let me go get the midwife. So she went and got the midwife, and they observed what they thought was baby B, and come to find out it was not a baby, it was a dermoid cyst on my ovary. So I do have a dermoid cyst on both of my ovaries, but the one that they were more concerned about was the one, they don't know what side it was on because I guess it was so big. I don't really know why. But here's my beautiful mother. She probably did. I don't know. I'm trying to do a video on my cyst so I can put it in one of my videos. But I forgot about what I was saying. Alright, come to find out it was a dermoid cyst, and the nurse, you know, told me. I was kind of scared, I was freaked out, but long story short, she basically set me up for another appointment to talk to, I guess would be my doctor who would be delivering my baby and be doing a potential surgery. So I came back for the next visit and talked to my doctor. They got pictures and everything of the cyst, and once I came back, she basically told me that surgery is up to me. And how did I not know that I had this cyst? You know, I did have back pain, I'm not going to lie. Before I had back pain, sometimes to the point where I had to get in the bath and I literally cried. But I honestly thought it was because I was starting my menstrual cycle, and usually before my menstrual cycle or right after my menstrual cycle, I would get those cramps that severe. So I would always have Mito on hand once it was the time of the month. So that's what I thought it was, and she said that more than likely it was not that, it was due to the cyst. Since it is on my ovary, you know, your ovary is your lady parts and things like that, you know. So she basically told me that a dermoid cyst is a cyst. I've done my own research on it just because I felt like, as my doctor, she didn't give me enough information on it that I can remember. Like, I'm not going to lie, I was a little distraught, not like crying, but like my mind and everything was like more in like a distraught phase. Like, I was like, what the fuck, I have a cyst, this is supposed to be a happy time for me, like I'm pregnant, this is my first baby. And it was more of like a, what the fuck am I gonna do, like what's next, like is everything gonna be okay with her, my baby, you know? So it was just like something I was just thinking about. So to my knowledge, I remember her telling me it was a dermoid cyst, and she can't 100% say that it's a dermoid cyst, but by looking at the ultrasound, she said that there was a lot of fatty tissue, and it just looked more like a dermoid cyst. She said that she's a doctor, she's seen them, she's worked with them, I'm assuming, so she knows pretty much what they look like. So I do trust her on that. Like, I'm hoping and praying that it is just a dermoid cyst, and that once I do have my baby, I will get it out. But I was supposed to have a surgery on it, and I decided not to go forward with that. That is somewhere in one of my videos where I do talk about not getting the surgery and why I decided not to, and just things like that. But she basically talked to me about potentially having the surgery. When I would have a surgery, second trimester, we would do this, we would do that, we would take it out to the belly button. At this time, it was the size of a grapefruit. The cyst has shrunk since. So if you're familiar with your ovaries, I wasn't very familiar with like the insides of my body as I am now. Since I have this cyst, I have honestly been doing a lot of research on my own body, on, you know, the human body, because I'm not gonna lie, I was dumbfounded to that stuff. Like when she said, oh, you have a cyst on your ovary, I'm like, what the fuck is my ovary? You know what I mean? Like that's how dumbfounded I was towards that. So your ovary is supposed to be the size of an almond, and it's like one on this side and one on this side. So I do have 2 cysts. On one side it's the size of a golf ball, and on the other side it was the size of a grapefruit, which has now shrunk 1 centimeter. So she just went ahead and told me that we would do a procedure. We would remove it through the belly button and it would be gone basically. So I was like, great, that's perfect, that sounds amazing, like, you know, let's get it done. Right then and there I was all for it. But as I started to progress in my pregnancy, I slowly realized that that was not what I wanted to do, because there are many complications during pregnancy when having a surgery, and for your baby to be under so much pressure while you're in surgery, it's just not healthy for anyone. So I decided not to go along with the surgery, and I did try to seek a second opinion, which I did speak to a doctor, but she rejected me, unfortunately, because she said that I had started with this doctor, and this doctor had been looking at my cyst, and you know, she was more familiar with it and familiar with me and how my body is, and she just recommended that I stay with this doctor. So that's what I'm doing. Some things that I was curious about. First things first, I was curious about, was this a missed pregnancy? Was this a pregnancy that was missed? And you don't know. You honestly just don't know, because a dermoid cyst is basically a cyst with a lot of fatty waste, sometimes can accumulate hair and teeth, and is affected by hormones. So when you're pregnant, your cyst can either get larger or smaller because your hormones. Mine so far has got smaller, which I am so thankful for, because I've prayed and prayed for that for so long, just because I feel like prayer is the #1 thing that you can do for anything. And I've sat here so many days and prayed that, you know, this cyst be gone, this cyst shrink, this cyst not harm me or my baby. And I feel like my Father is watching over me and, you know, protecting us. So that was the main thing. Another thing I wanted to like ask her was if this could affect my baby, and she said my baby is growing perfectly. Her heartbeat is always beautiful, you know, she's moving around in there, she's jumping around, she's just getting all the nutrients and things that she needs. She said the cyst could not affect my baby. It's in a total different area. Yes, it's in there, but it's, you know, not close to her. What are the chances of maybe a rupture or something like that? And she said there are, you know, cysts can rupture, and she said there could be a tourism where it could turn, but she said those really aren't likely in dermoid cysts. She said I'm not going to tell you that it couldn't happen, but she said that not always likely. So I do keep my faith really strong, and I'm so blessed to be this far. I am 23 weeks and I'm halfway there, guys. Literally, it feels like so far, but it isn't. I'm almost there, you know, like literally we're almost there, and I am just so excited. Can't wait for my little baby to be here so I can hold her, kiss her, and love her. She's gonna be loved so much. So if y'all will, please just keep us in your prayers. And you know, if you have any questions about a dermoid cyst, I probably missed some questions because I did not come prepared. My phone is dead. I had all the notes, but it's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and like update y'all on the baby while I'm here. Like I said, I'm 23 weeks. She's kicking, moving around. I have not had crazy cravings. I have been super hungry in the mornings when I wake up. It's like, mommy, feed me now. And that's pretty much it, guys. I literally just, at this point in pregnancy, I'm so happy to be pregnant with my little girl. So if you know you have any questions, leave them down below. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, if you're dealing with a dermoid cyst or something similar to that, let me know, and just keep us in your prayers.